To complete this tape, we have a story of the lost sheep. It was tired of being always in the fold, and it was tired of following always where the Good Shepherd led. Out yonder, by the distant hills, the grass looked sweeter, and the water clearer, and the sun warmer. It was sure it could find better pasture by itself. So one morning, when the gate was open and the shepherd let out the sheep, instead of following him like the rest, it stole away by itself. At first it was afraid he would miss it and bring it back, but the fear grew less as it wanders farther and farther away from the fold, and at last, when it feels quite safe, it begins to gambol about and enjoys its freedom. How nice it is to be able to do just as it likes! How much fresher the grass is here than it is at home! How silly the other sheep are not to come out here and enjoy themselves! The sun rises higher and higher. It's far, far away now, far beyond the tinkling bells, beyond the sound of the Good Shepherd's voice. The sky is bright and the birds sing gaily, and the mossy banks are sweet and fresh. Down the pleasantest paths it wanders, and through the gayest meadows. When the sun is high in the heavens, it drinks at the cool brooks, and lies down to rest in the shade. And then on again, and on up the purple hills, into the valley again, and through the long grass where it makes a path for itself. The afternoon wears on, and evening comes. The sun is sinking in the west. The air grows chilly, and as the shadows creep up in the sky, a change comes over the strayed sheep. How cold it is! How dark it's getting! How fast the night draws on! Had it not better get back to the fold? But there's no light for that now. Weary and frightened, it makes its way to a wood. There will be shelter there, and in the morning it'll go home as fast as it can. If only it were there now, safe and warm. Oh, why had it come away? The far-off grass was not so sweet after all, and the Good Shepherd's stream was quite as fresh as those out here. The wood is damp and cold, but it seems safer than outside, and the poor tired sheep creeps under the long grass and tries to hide itself. Hark! What is that sound in the distance? Often and often when safely folded at night, the sheep has heard it, but not as it hears it now. What would they care in the fold for the bark of the prowling wolf, without when they are safe within, and the Good Shepherd was with them? Again that horrid sound, and now it's nearer. The terrified sheep bounds forward to find a safer shelter, and is caught in a thorny thicket where the long branches hold it fast. It struggles to get free, and the wolf is very near. But the more it tries, the closer those cruel thorns press round, till panting and bleeding, it falls among them and waits for the next hungry cry. Listen, there's another sound. Not the howl of an enemy, but a voice calling out in the distance. It's far away, but the lost sheep knows it well. Oh, has he come out to seek it, and will he be in time? Has he come to look for the lamb that has wandered away from him so far, that has not been among his most faithful ones, that has so often pretended not to hear when he called, and has not followed where he led? Has the Good Shepherd left the 99 and come so far for one like this? It is too weak to go out and meet him. It must lie helpless here and die unless he finds it soon. Will he know where to seek it? Will he hear its pleading cry? The wolf has heard, and with a loud bark comes hurrying on. The poor sheep waits for it to come, and calls faintly for its shepherd. Oh, that it had never left his side! How good he's always been to it! What care he takes of his sheep! He knows every one of them, and one by one counts them morning and evening as he leads them out of the fold and leads them back. He's ready to give his life for his sheep. More than once a panther has cleared the stone wall of the fold, crowned with its clumps of thorn bushes, or a robber has climbed up and crept in under cover of darkness, and the Good Shepherd has defended the flock and drawn upon himself all the wounds to save his sheep. Oh, why has it not known him better and loved him more? Is it not too late now? There's a stir in the branches. Who's making his way through the thickest, straight to the poor lost lamb? Straight through the prickly briars that press round and wound him on every side. They pierce his brow and wound his hands and feet, but he doesn't mind them. His eyes are fixed on the wanderer. It is I, fear not, and a smile lights up his tired face as he hears its low bleat of welcome. Now he's kneeling by it, and gently pressing back the thorns. Hark! There's a snapping of branches, a spring in the thicket, and a howl of disappointed rage. It is the wolf at last. Oh, those dreadful eyes! How they glare at the poor lamb like lamps of fire! But he does not fear them, for he is here, who loves it, and will keep it from harm. Tenderly he lifts it and lays it on his shoulders, and bids it rest on him, and fear not. And so bending beneath his burden, he gathers his robe round him, and sets forth on the journey home. The wolf cowers before him as he passes. Just at the last moment he has robbed it of its prey. Fear and hate are in its eyes, and if it dared, it would spring up and seize that defenseless creature even now. Out on the bleak moorland where the winds sweep past and toss his raiment and his hair, through the meadows where the strayed sheep wandered lazily only a few hours before, are they the same that looked so golden in the golden sun? Past the brook where it slaked its thirst at midday, and the mossy banks where it rested and gamboled up and down the slopes of the silent hills. It did not know till now how far it had wandered. Straying away was pleasant and easy work, but what trial and pain it caused those aching feet. Oh, how ungrateful it has been to him who has loved it so, and he has no reproach for it.